A lot of you have been asking for snack inspiration, and have I got a delicious snack for you. These are my apricot and coconut fudge bites. They're so good and super easy to put together. So you will need a food processor for this because we need to make it really smooth so it turns into that lovely glossy fudge. What I've done here is pre-soaked some dried apricots. Now I like to do this because I want a nice consistency for the fudge. So boiling water, cover them up and then drain them and pat them really dry. And you just need to soak them for about 1 hour and you can see how soft they become. So in with our apricots, and I'm using apricots for this, but you could change this to dried peaches, dried pears, whatever you like. You'll need some plain biscuits. You could also use digestive biscuits, and I'm just gonna break them in half just to help out the food processor a little bit. And the last couple of bickies go in, along with some brown sugar and some unsalted butter. I've brought this to room temperature, again, to make it much easier to process. A little coconut, and I like to toast my coconut so we get an extra toasty flavour. I'm going to add about 20 grams, and the rest of it I'm going to reserve because I want this for a coating later on. Some condensed milk, and for extra flavour, vanilla extract, just a teaspoon. Lid goes on. I'll start by pulsing and then I'll blend this. It's going to take a couple of minutes just for it to become really smooth. All right, this is looking fantastic. You really do need to blend this for a good couple of minutes because it turns into a bit of a dough. And I always recommend stopping the food processor, giving it a bit of a scrape down and continue blending because there is quite a lot of bickies in here. So I've got a 20 by 20 centimetre brownie slice tin. Make sure you place baking paper into the base of this because it's just going to make it so much easier to take out of the tin later on. And using a spoon, we're going to place this sticky apricot dough into the tin. So you want to make sure it's quite even. So start by pressing it out into the sides and just keep moving the tray around, making sure it's really smooth on the top. And then I like to grab a piece of Glad wrap and place that on top and just press that down, and that'll ensure that it's even and also doesn't form a skin as it chills in the fridge. So this now goes into the fridge. Give it at least an hour to firm up. All right, this fudge has firmed up nicely and you can see it darkens up significantly as it chills in the fridge. So trusty old baking paper has helped this, makes it much easier to demold. Take that off. And look at that, look at the consistency of it, just perfect. And we'll take the Glad wrap off. And you can cut these into any shape you like. I'm gonna keep it quite classic, that fudgy square. So we'll just cut them into strips first, get them as even as you can. And you don't need a big chunk of this to be satisfied because it is quite rich with the apricots and the condensed milk. Just a small piece is a great little afternoon pick-me-up. So after slicing, what I like to do is just line them up and just trim the sides to make it a little bit more perfect. And then we'll cut them into fudge. And just with that hot knife, oh, makes it so much easier to slice. Okay, these are fantastic as is, but if you want to make it look quite special, place it in a bit more of that coconut. I think it just looks much more appealing with that coconut over the top of it. They're looking quite good, so we'll place them onto a plate, just line them up. And if you want, this is a really great present to give a friend. You could coat them in the coconut, place them in some little bags. What a treat for Christmas. I'm gonna have a taste. This one's got my name all over it. Oh, look how perfect it is inside. They are honestly so good with that combination of the apricot, the coconut and the biscuits all entwined into one gorgeous little package. Lucky I've made a lot of these because there's no way I'm stopping at one.